Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to skip forward a little bit in Wooden Leg, a warrior who fought Custer. We're going to get to the chapters where they talk about the Little Bighorn in the battle. So it looks like it's like chapter 8 and 9 where they're talking about the battle. So this is going to be chapter 8 on the Little Bighorn. Every one of the 6 separate camp circles had its open and unoccupied side toward the east. Every lodge in each of these camps was set up so that the entrance opening was at its east side. This was the arrangement at all of our campings in this entire summer of combined movement. This was the regular Indian way of putting up a lodge or arranging a camp. Some old Cheyenne talk of 7 camp circles, and few of them mention 8, but there were only 6 important ones. The extra 1 or 2 were not of tribal bonds governing themselves as such. These additional Indians in considerable number were the Burn Thighs, Assiniboine, and waist and skirt people. These kept themselves mainly in their own separated groups, but the groups would be placed close to some main camp circle and considered as belonging to it. At this particular camping place, the waist and skirt Sioux were right beside the great Papa circle. The Burn Thighs were partly with the Blackfeet Sioux and partly with the Oglalas. Beginning with the Cheyennes at the north side, following up the river, 4 camp circles succeeded each other. Cheyennes, Arrows All Gone, Minneconjou, Papas. Away from the river and southwest of the Cheyennes and Arrows All Gone was the Oglala camp. Between the Oglalas and the Papas, but nearer to the Papas, was the Blackfeet Sioux camp. This also back a short distance from the river. A small and irregular camp of Burn Thigh Sioux were located by the river between the Cheyenne and the Arrows All Gone, or just east of the Oglalas. All of the camps were east of the present railroad and highway. One big lodge of Southern Cheyennes was in our circle. In it were 8 men, 6 women, and some children. Lame White Man, the Southern chief, had his own family lodge. He and his family had been with our northern branch of the tribe so long that they were looked upon as belonging to us. The 6 Arapaho men were attached to the Lodge of 2 Moons. They were looked upon as belonging to us, the society. One of the 2 wives was an Arapaho woman. There was not any white person nor any mixed breed person with us. I never heard of there being any such person there in any of the Sioux tribes. Our tribal medicine teepee, containing our sacred buffalo head and other revered objects, was in its place at the western part of the open space enclosed by our camp circle. The medicine arrows, which belonged to the Southern Cheyennes, were not here. Ours was the only tribal medicine lodge in the whole camp. The Sioux tribe did not maintain this kind of institution. They had tribal medicine pipes, but no special lodges for them. Our family dwelling had its 7 people. These were my father, mother, my older brother, Yellow Hair, my older sister, Crooked Nose, myself, Wooden Leg, a younger sister, and a small boy brother. All of us together owned 9 horses. I personally owned 2 of these. Other teepees had more people in them, some not as many. A few unmarried young men had a little willow dome and robe shelters. Old couples likewise had this sort of temporary housing. These would be abandoned and built anew each time of moving camp. 300 lodges seems to me now as being the size of our Cheyenne camp. The Blackfeet Sioux had about the same number as us, or a few less. The Arrows All Gone had more. The Minneconjou and the Oglalas each had more than the Arrows All Gone. The Papas had, I believe, twice as many as the Cheyennes. The principal chiefs in the various camp circles were the Papas, Sitting Bull. He was recognized as the old man chief of the combined tribes. The Papa medicine man chief was named Buffalo Calf Pipe. The Oglalas, Crazy Horse. Old man chief. Minneconjou, Lame Deer, Old man chief. Arrows All Gone, Hump Nose or Hump, important chief of some kind. Blackfeet. I do not know the name of any chief there. Also, I do not know what chiefs might have been with the small irregular bands of other Indians. Cheyennes, Old Bear, Dirty Moccasin, Old Men chiefs. Next to them, Crazy Head was considered the most important tribal big chief. Lame White Man